How's it going, everyone? Jesus624 here, and today I'm here to show you what the Splicer keys are for and how to get them. Destiny Rise of Iron has been out for a little over a week now, but a couple people are still confused on how do I get Splicer keys, what are they for, how do I use them, and essentially the Splicer keys are just used to get into little secret areas that have some bonus chests in the Plague Lands. So in order to get to them, the best option to do it is go to the Plague Lands. This also will get you an axe if you're going the Iron Hammer axe, if you still need to get that challenge done as well. But essentially you need to go to the Plague Lands.
There's a lot we don't know about the Plague Lands.
Simply just
but
speed on through
explore,
here.
The more we'll uncover. Let's go.
Ignore all these guys for the time being, because they are not important. And there are two areas currently that are known in the Plague Lands that you can use to, the Splicer keys at, and we're going to go to the first one here. In order to do it, you simply must go to the Giant's Husk, which is right here. Follow the path I took. Come up these stairs, get off your speeder, run up here, kill the enemies or don't, doesn't really matter. Come in here, and you can unlock with a Splicer key. The barriers will go down, you can come inside, and all of a sudden there's a little star emblem popping up on your HUD. What is that? Well, it's an axe. It's a guarded axe, but it is an axe. So, go ahead and grab this bad boy real quick. And not die. No, you don't understand. I said not die. Please don't. Okay. But yeah, you can get an axe in here. So if you're still trying to get Vandal or kills with the axe, you can. And on top of that, there's also two loot chests, which just contain like the normal loot items you can get in the Plague Lands, so nothing too incredibly fancy with that. But if you wanted the the old Iron Axe, or whatever it's called, I'm not sure, the Iron Banner's axe, or no, the Iron Lord's axe. That's what I'm calling it anyways. The Iron Lord's axe, you can get one in the Plague Lands here, which, I mean, could be helpful. For example, if there's an event popping up, like if a walker pops up, you can use it on that. But we don't need this axe anymore, so let's continue on to the next area where you can use the Splicer keys. And just so you know, so you don't accidentally carry too many Splicer keys on you at a time, or try to carry too many on you at a time, you can only carry a max of 10 Splicer keys on you at a time before you are forced to use one, or discard one, because more will still keep spawning even if you are full on them, but it'll just say you can't pick up anymore because you're full. So that's just something to keep track of. If you are getting Splicer keys, make sure to keep them slightly empty. Oh, fine. I do this every time. But essentially, you want to go over here, go to the Archon Keep, not fly into this place, come over here, this little secret area. I know, it's pretty hidden, isn't it? Hop up here, hop past these things. Come on back here. I know, you think I must be crazy. What could possibly be back here? Well, there's actually another Splicer spot. So use the Splicer key in here. There's your axe. Careful, there are some shanks that spawn, and there's a chance the captain can spawn. So that's a fair warning. But there's yet another axe for here, two more chests, and voila! So now you may be asking, how do I get these Splicer keys? So I can get the axe in the Plague Lands. This seems kind of cool, and all of that stuff. Well, I'll show you. And I'll show you at least the personal best way I have found getting there. Is you come to the Plague Lands, and you go back to the place we were just at. That, well, fuck, I already forget what it's called. The Gate Husk, I think is what it's called. Fuck. I feel dumb now because I forgot what it's called, even though I was just there. But anyway, it will show us the name when we get there, so... Small price to pay. Not the Doom Sea. You gotta keep going past that. Keep going. Keep on coming in here. Into the Giant's Husk. That's what it's called. But the best way to get the Splicer keys from the Giant's Husk is while patrolling the Plague Lands, the Hive will spawn. Like, you'll see Hive enemies all of a sudden just start popping up around here. I'm trying to see if I can find any. It doesn't look like any are here right now, which is very unfortunate for me. Oh! Nope. Look over here again real quick. I'm looking into two areas the Hive generally tend to spawn, at least in the Husk. They spawn usually over around here, which you're not spawning, or over in that corner by the wall in that cave. However, the Hive decided not to spawn, so we'll go back over here to go and kill them. But the Hive will randomly spawn in the Giant's Husk and the very spawn area in the Plague Lands, which I think is just called the Plague Lands. I'm not positive on that though. Let me check. No, the Lord's Watch, I'm sorry. But typically when you come here, as soon as you come in, more often than not, you'll see the Hive spawn in and they'll be attacking something. Really? No Hive here either, huh? Oh, nope, you're there. Okay. But generally you'll see the Hive attacking. And among them, you'll see either a brood mother of some type or a brood knight. And you kill them, and they drop Splicer keys. And the best way to get it, usually, is to sit around in the Giant's Husk, because they have 2 spawn points there instead of just 1. Or actually, no, I think they have 3 spawn points there. So they generally tend to spawn there more often to use, so that way you can get more Splicer keys until you can farm up a couple that you need, and then you can go open the doors. And I believe, if I remember correctly, that the doors refill every 15 minutes, I want to say. And what I mean by that is they relock in the Iron Banner's crest, or the Iron Banner's war sword, whatever the fuck you want to call it, gets refilled. Although it might be 5 minutes. Oh no, it's 5 minutes. I apologize. Or it might just be when you leave the area and come back. But then you can go ahead and use the key again. Come through here once again. And boom, your uncle. Both chests have respawned along with the axe. Which is very nice. Actually, fuck off. Oh, I'm out of ammo. I'm dead. Okay. But, you know, so it's like every 3 or 4 minutes that they respawn. And if you die in the area, you just spawn right outside at the Splicer. What? Oh, the wires came back up. But yeah, roughly it's about 5 minutes before they reboot. And that might seem a little excessive, but it's actually no, it doesn't seem excessive. It's a pretty fair assessment. And once you go in there, the doors will relock behind you, and it'll take 5 minutes for the terminal to reboot, roughly. So until the terminal reboots, you kind of either can go to the other one, go back to the other one, or go to the other one if you haven't gone there yet. But I hope that answers a couple questions on how to get the Splicer keys and where to find them and where to use them at. And if you're wondering why you could possibly ever need to use the Splicer keys, it's because it's actually part of the Rise of Iron book. It is... No, it's on the next page. You go to what's the use. If you're not using the SIVA offerings, you can also use Splicer keys, skeleton keys, intel relays, infra tokens, and SIVA cache keys. But the Splicer keys are the simpler ones to use because you can just go back and forth, constantly going back and forth to those two areas, because it takes about 3 or so minutes to get between them, and then killing all the enemies and all that, yada yada yada. So yeah, if you have any more questions for me, leave them in the comment section below. I've been your host, GSmith624. If you like this content and you're new to my channel, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I think we can do it. Big goal, I know. But I have faith. Or at the very least, 500. Until then, farewell, and I